So this is the Floatation tank, an I-sopod flotation therapy tank. When I open the lid or the cabin, you will feel some heat coming out of there. The water, however, is body temperature. Before you get started, you will get yourself comfortable. You're gonna hang your clothes, you're gonna shut off your cell phone, take off all your jewelry. There's 22 50-pound bags of Epsom salt, so if you have any sterling, the sterling will not survive in that kind of water, in that kind of environment. Before you take your shower, I strongly suggest that you wear your earplugs, or that you put them in before you get wet, before you take your shower. And the reason why I say so is because what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze, I'll just show you. You're going to squeeze the tip of the earplug as such. And then you're going to put it inside your ear, and then it will get bigger once it's in your ear. Now it's going to get secure. If you were to do that with wet ears, what's going to happen is once you're in the float tank in more water, this is very silky water in there. As you try to relax, you're going to slowly feel these babies come out of your ear, and it's going to drive you really wild. That's not what we want. We want you to feel as relaxed and undisturbed as possible when you're in the water. So you will put your earplugs, I know it's not really normal, but you put your earplugs first prior to taking your shower. You're going to take your shower, preferably lukewarm or even cool water. Keep in mind that the water inside the tank is body temperature. If you were to take a really hot shower, you might feel a little cool inside the tank when you first get in. You will take your shower. You will use shampoo for your hair only before you get in the tank. You will use a body wash for your body. We also supply face cloth so that you can scrub any oil that you may have on your body, and or deodorant as well. No conditioner before getting into the tank, because the conditioner leaves a film on the hair, which we don't want inside the water. Also, if you have little cuts on your body, or if you have perhaps little rashes or psoriasis, we have Vaseline packs here for you to put on. If by mistake you did shave the day of your appointment, it would be recommended to put some on the area as well, because you will find that it stinks. You will try not to float. I assure you, you will float. So before you get into the tank and after you've taken your shower, you will tie your hair if you have long hair. I suggest that you just put a bun on top of your hair or your head, because if you have a long ponytail, as you float, your hair is going to move and it's going to tickle you. You really want to have zero distraction. This is also known as a sensory deprivation tank. You want zero distractions. It's just going to be you, your thoughts, and your breath. Now you'll see at the bottom of the tank there's some stains. That is not dirt, I assure you. All it is we have we have iron in the water here in Summerside, and the manganese from the magnesium salt from the Epsom salt reacts with the iron in the water. Just to give you, if you're a visual person like I am, you might get this. So we all have a lot of inflammation in our body. So I use this as a visual. So the inflammation in our body is just going to suck all the magnesium out of the water, and it's just going to soothe it. It's just like if you're really hungry, you eat and you feel satiated. Well, the magnesium, so think of the color of the magnesium that you see at the bottom, is just going through to your inflammation and making you feel better. You will float your head at this end of the tank. The reason why I say this is for two reasons. So the filtration system is the hole that you see on the left-hand side over there. So for safety measures, we always keep hair away from the filtration system. But also, if you get into a deep meditation or into a trance and you wake up a little startled, then you'll know that, okay, well, you remember that the top cabin is here, and you can just push it should you feel a little nervous or you just need more air. It helps to feel situated. Speaking of hair as well, one of the reasons why we want you to tie your hair up is also for hygiene purposes as well, right? Although we do have the filtration system, we want to do everything to help the machine do its job. The filtration system that you see on my left here It's a UV filtration system. It's very powerful, very potent, does its job very, very well. The tank filtrates for 20 minutes every hour of the day and 15 minutes in between each session. Also, there is an actual filter that we change twice a week for precaution. It is suggested to do it once a week, but because there's iron in the water in Summerside, it's hard water, just we don't take chances, we change them twice a week. Now, the salt is not just in the water, the salt is also in the air. My experience is that it makes my face itchy when I float, so I've learned that instead of having to scratch my face with wet, salty hands and then having the water dry on my face, then it gets really itchy, I put a face cloth in the handle here, which you will use to pull down the lid to get your session started. So you just put this here, and if your face is itchy, you just dab your fingers like such, scratch your face. If you're short, you can also use the towel and just pull on the cabin to shut the cabin to start your session. Now on the left hand side, you have the light button. So the first option is that nice blue color, very soothing. Click the button again, it's going to shut it off. If you click again, click a second time. Now it's going to go through a cycle of colors. You will likely be more attracted to one color than another, and whatever color is very soothing to you, makes you feel good, what you can do is just press the button, lock it in, and enjoy the color. We do recommend that you float in the dark, but if this is your first session and you're a little bit nervous and you'd feel more comfortable having light, it's okay, go ahead and use that light. If you want to take your meditation to the next level, however, click that button and meditate, breathe in and breathe out. On the other side of the tank, on your right hand side, is an alarm button. It's the exact same button, just on the different side. It's an alarm button if something comes up. Some people come and float with an intention to finally face something that they've been neglecting to deal with emotionally, and they feel that perhaps doing so in the float tank is a safe place to do so. Emotions may come up. If you need assistance, or if you're just feeling claustrophobic, if you have a burning question, if you need help, you press that button. The alarm is going to go off on our panel. We'll unlock the door, we'll come and knock on the cabin and ask you if everything is okay. If you need help to get into the tank, what we suggest you do is just sit on the side, and you can just slowly swivel your way over, and then one leg at a time enter the tank. If you need more help to get up, we do have jacuzzi steps in the corner of the room here that you can just bring closer to the tank to assist you to get in. You have a noodle here for you to use for your neck support while you float. Also, we have what we call the halo hanging on the hook inside there. The cutoff part here is going to sit at the base of your neck, and this is going to offer you head support. You might carry your tension in your upper back or maybe right in your neck. Just play around with these two. You might need both of them, that's fine. Play around, you'll see what feels most comfortable. Zero tension. The top cabin is on air gaskets, so these cannot lock. You're safe, they're very easy to move up and down, and such, and to pull back up. As you start your session, you'll have music for the first 10 minutes. If this is your first experience in a float tank, you'll have a lot of questions. You will know very different sensations, and you'll have a lot of thoughts go through your mind like, this is so neat, this is so cool, I've never been in anything like this before, and you'll adjust. And as you adjust, as your body adjusts to the temperature of the water, eventually you're not going to feel the water anymore because it's body temperature. If you shut off the lights, you don't see anything. And if once the music fades away, it's just you. You don't feel anything, you don't see anything, you don't hear anything, but yourself breathe. You can focus your mind on your breathing, and then eventually let go of everything, let the thoughts come and go, and just be easy on yourself, and eventually you may fall asleep or go in a deep trance or a deep meditative state. At the very end, for the last 5 minutes of your float, the music is going to come back on, and that's your cue that you have 5 minutes left. So you can just collect your thoughts, stretch, and then know that you have 5 minutes to get out. You get out, 2 minutes after the music is done, the filtration system will start. If you're still in the water when the filtration system starts, it's completely fine. It's just going to be like a jacuzzi. It might just startle you if you were in a deep meditation. However, when the music does come on at the very end, the last 5 minutes, that's your cue that you need to come out, take your shower, get dressed, and go get ready in our washrooms, because we have a half hour to clean and disinfect the room for the next person who booked the float. Okay, so now that you've experienced your float session, you've showered, you've gathered your things, what I kindly ask you to do is just grab your wet towel and put them in the bin. Thanks.